Hello Whiz Kids, and welcome to our second session of our new series, which is called Dive In. All of you do it, come on Whiz Kids, let's dive in. And we are diving in to the life of Peter the disciple. We're learning all about how he followed Jesus, and we're learning all about his character, what he's like. Okay. And so let's recap a little bit. Let's look at what Nate talked about last session. He told us a little story, which I hope you remember. He told us a story about how Jesus got into Peter's boat, and he told Peter to take his boat out into deep water. And Peter said, "What? Jesus, I'm exhausted. I've been fishing all night and I haven't caught a single fish." And Jesus said, "Peter, take your boat out to deep water." And Peter said, "Okay then." Like that. And he took his boat out into deep water. And amazingly, Jesus did a miracle, because suddenly there were so many fish that Peter's boat was nearly sinking. He had to call some friends for help, and even their boat nearly started sinking. And then they all managed to get to the shore, and it was all okay. And Peter gets down on his knees before Jesus, and he says, "Jesus, wow, Lord," he calls him Lord, "you are the Lord," he says. He realizes who Jesus was. He realizes that Jesus was the Son of God. And then, I hope you remember, he says to Jesus, "I'm going to follow you." And this is what Jesus says to Peter. Okay, we're going to learn the verse. Okay, it's from Mark 1 verse 17. Let's do the actions together, okay, to this verse. This is our learning memory verse, okay? "Come and follow me," Jesus said. "I will send you out to fish for people. Come and follow me," Jesus said. "I will send you out to fish for people." Okay, that's Mark 1 verse 17. If you can write that down on a piece of paper, that would be brilliant. So if you haven't got a piece of paper and a pen, actually, if you could get one now, because I've got a few more points which would be great if you could write them down. So, following Jesus. What does that mean, and how can we follow Jesus? If you've got a piece of paper and a pen, you can write this down as point number 1. Follow Jesus by learning from Jesus. Learning what he's like. Now, if you want to know more about what your friends are like, you have to spend time with them, don't you? You learn what they're like by spending time with them. If you want to learn more about what your granddad's like, you go and spend time with him. Or if you want to learn more about what your brother or your sister's like, you go and spend time with them, don't you? Now, same with Jesus. If you want to learn what he's like, you have to spend time with him. So praying, reading the Bible, those are two of the most amazing ways to learn about what Jesus is like, okay? Read your Bible, and there's so much about Jesus in there, especially in Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, okay? Now, I'd love it if you Whiz Kids would start to read your Bible every single day. Just for even 5 minutes. If you just said, "Right, I am going to read my Bible every night for 5 minutes," that would be amazing. It really would. And you would start to really know exactly what Jesus is like. Okay? So that's number 1. Following Jesus means learning from Jesus. That's point number 1. Point number 2. Following Jesus means doing the things that Jesus did. Okay, so if you want to do the things that Jesus did, you learn, like we said before, what he's like, and then you start doing them. You practice. So you might think, Jesus is really kind. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be kind to my sister or brother. I'm going to give them an extra sweetie. I'm going to help my sister with building a big Lego tower that she's struggling to build. I am going to help my mum with the dishes. Yeah? Those are all great things you can do to, in a sense, follow Jesus, okay? Follow the things that Jesus did. He was kind, and you're learning to be like him, okay? So, those are the 2 points so far. Following Jesus means learning what Jesus is like, and following Jesus means doing the things that he did. Number 3. Fishing for people means letting them know about Jesus. So, see if you can tell your friends about Jesus. You can just say to them, "I'm reading the Bible," or "Jesus, he did great things." he healed people. Yeah, tell your friends about Jesus, and that is called fishing for people. Okay. So those are the 3 points. Okay, and I would love it, Whiz Kids, if you could write on your piece of paper now one thing that you can do to start to follow Jesus more. It might be one thing that you're going to change. You might say, right, I've been really inspired by this talk and I'm going to start reading my Bible every single night. I'd love that, okay? Or I'm going to pray every night just before bed. I'm going to get down on my knees, put my hands together. You might already do that, but you might say, right, I'm going to do this every night from now on, because I only do it twice a week. So you can decide what you want to put on your piece of paper, okay? And I'd love it if you'd write one thing down that you are going to do, you're going to change, which is going to help you to follow Jesus better, okay? Right, Whiz Kids, don't forget the memory verse, which is, come and follow me. Jesus said, I will send you out to fish for people. And if you can write down one thing that you're going to do to help you to follow Jesus more, then that would be brilliant also. Okay, I hope you've learned lots about what it means to follow Jesus and learn a little bit more about the amazing disciple Peter also, okay? And we're going to be doing more diving in next week. Okay, goodbye.